welcome to Yoga with Vanessa Charles. I'm here at Firefly Yoga, and we're gonna start our practice with just a 2 to 5 minute meditation. So I'm gonna have you come into the legs crossed or one in front of the other. Bring the palms face up, pointer and thumb finger together. Imagine that there's a string at the top of your head, pulling your head to the sky. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Just take a full deep breath. Inhale. And see how long you can exhale. A couple more with the eyes soft or closed. From here, feel the earth beneath your legs, beneath your sits bones, and visualize this warm golden light coming up the legs, warming and opening them. Feel that golden light coming up into the belly and back, nurturing and soothing. Imagine this golden light coming from the stars in the sky, coming into the crown of your head, gently clearing the mind, relaxing the throat, relaxing the shoulders and the arms. Feel that loving energy coming into your heart, gently warming and opening any heaviness there. Feel that golden light coming down into each fingertip. Your whole body filled with prana, filled with life force energy, surrounded by it. As you're here, set your intention for your practice. Why are you here? What are you willing to let go of? Tension in the body, tension in the mind, heart. And as you exhale, visualize that coming up out of your body, out of your breath, out of this room. And what are you here to take in? Love, vitality, joy. And as you inhale, feel it coming into every muscle, every cell. One last deep breath here. From here, turn the palms face down on the knees. Exhale, drop it around, cat back. Really allow the chin to fall to the chest. Inhale, come forward, dropping the shoulders down, looking to the sky. Inhaling till there's nothing left. Moving with the breath. Nice and slow. Lubricating the cervical, lumbar, thoracic spine with synovial fluid, oiling your joints. Next time you're rounded, you're in cat back. Interlace the fingers, palms towards me. Drop the head through the arms. Really allow the back to press to the back of the room. Take 3 deep breaths here. And on the inhale, come up, drop those shoulders down, pull the arms back, look up to the sky, take a big deep breath. release it out. Two more deep breaths. And last one, we'll sigh, so take a deep breath in and gently sigh it out. Gently coming down, bringing the pointer and thumb finger together, eyes soft or closed, and just checking in with your body, noticing how you feel. From here, we'll come onto hands and knees. If you need extra padding, just pull the mat back and you can add extra padding from your mat. Otherwise, bring the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees under hips, pressing into the full palms. Exhale, dropping around, cat back. Inhale, open cow. Again, moving with the breath. So you can stay with that, or if you're ready to add in more, you circle. So you bring that left shoulder, you come into the left shoulder as you're in cow, then the right. Come back to the hip, other hip, circling around. Inhale, open. Exhale, dropping around, circling the body. The next time you come all the way forward, we'll switch direction. Two more. Great. So from here, we'll come into down dog. So you can also come into puppy. So puppy, you stack the hips over the knees, reaching the arms forward, coming down, letting the chest come down, buns come up. Or if you're ready for down dog, press into the fingertips, curl the toes under, pressing back into down dog. From here, a lot of people like to have their shoulders over their wrists. Really see if you can bend the knees, pressing the chest to the ground till the back is in line with the arms. It's a nice straight board. Let the head relax down, not at side to side, up and down. Pedal the feet, pressing one heel down and then the other. Make sure you're breathing. And then from here, gently come back down onto the knees. Big toes together, knees apart. Coming down into child's pose. If your forehead doesn't reach the ground, you can always use a block. Or use your palm. Or come all the way down. Just take one more breath here. Gently bring the knees back together. Coming up into tabletop. Curling the toes under. And gently walking the feet in between the hands. From here, interlace the fingers behind the back or use a strap. Gently pull the hands up or maybe all the way over the head. Let the head be heavy. You can nod the head up and down, yes. Side to side, no. And you can bend one leg and then the other. Two more breaths here. And then when you're ready, bring the hands onto the hips, straight spine, come all the way up. Nice. So from here, you're going to bring the hands onto the hips and gently circle the hips, lubricating the hip sockets. This helps prevent sciatica, prevents arthritis in the hips. And gently switching direction. From here, we'll go up, lubricating the spine, twisting side to side, lifting up opposite heel, letting the arms be like ragdoll arms, tapping shoulder and low back. This helps move energy through the spine and out the fingertips and the toes, helping alleviate anxiety, depression, anger. It's also really good for your spine. We only lubricate our joints when we move them, so you need to articulate your joints in every direction if you want to prevent arthritis, as well as if you want a nice energy flow through the body. So we'll just do a couple more. And for me, a couple is like 3 or 4. And then slow that down. So this is your most important pose, Tadasana. So a lot of people lock their knees, they round their shoulders, they have their head forward. So what I want you to do is first start with the feet. So you're gonna start with, a lot of us have shoe feet, and so our toes are really tightly together. So you wanna start with your pinky toe and widen them out. So you start with pinky, and then you pull out the toes so that you're webbing your toes, you're making them wide. From here, you want to go into the knees. A lot of us lock our knees, putting all the weight into our heels. So soft bend in the knees, you can shake it out a little bit here. And then we'll go up from here up into the pelvis. So a lot of us have a weak core, and we have this pelvic tilt. We have an anterior tilt, and that will cause low back pain. So you tilt the hips forward, back, neutral. And then a lot of us are always on our computers or driving, so you have this rounded shoulder. The rounded shoulder will cause a Dowger's hump. You see some of those old lady and old men with the big hump back here. So if you keep doing that, that's what's going to happen to you. Or you can just correct your posture. So you bring the shoulders up, back, and down, imagining that your heart's coming into the room first. And then lastly, imagine that there's a string at the top of your head, pulling your head to the sky. And just notice how your energy feels when you're standing this way. It can actually alleviate anxiety and depression. A lot of people with depression tend to round. That traps your energy, keeps that sadness, that anxiety in. But when you roll those shoulders back, open up, your whole energetic body changes. So just take 2 deep breaths here. So from here, we're going to come into triangle. So we're going to spread out the toes on the right foot, step back with the left. About 2.5 feet apart, 3 if you're really tall. Heels in line, back foot comes slightly forward, hips come slightly forward, not a lot, just a little bit. Ribs to the sides. Again, don't lock your knee, micro bend. Bring out your arm. I'm going to pull your arm in the the ribs come forward. We're coming in a triangle. So from here, you're gonna bring the hand just above the knee or below it. Notice if you start to round here. So if you start to round, come up, stack shoulders and wrists, pull those shoulders out and away from the ears. Breathe. You can always widen the stance here, just bringing the foot back slightly. You can open up the wrists, circling the hands. Gently switching direction. And last breath here. We're going to do triangle forward fold. So bring the forearm on the quad, knee over the ankle, hand on your bun, scooch the heel forward, tuck the toe forward. Your back is straight, hands on your hip bones, and press those hip bones forward. Spread out the toes, the back foot slightly forward, just a 30-degree angle to the left. Hands on the quad, shin bone, ankle, earth. Again, don't lock the knee, micro bend. Or you can interlace the fingers and reach them over the head. Yep. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Last one. Great. Gently bring the hands down onto the earth, knee over ankle. Inhale, push up, plank. Exhale, come down to the earth. Inhale, up dog pump, so tuck the elbows in. Inhale, come up a little. Exhale, down. Inhale, a little more. Exhale, down. 2 more. Feels so great. From here, we're gently going to come up in a tabletop, back in a down dog. Lifting the left leg to the sky. Exhale, thread it through into a lunge. Drop the back heel down, knee over ankle, show me that right hand, and windmill it up. Great. From here, bring the hands onto the hips. Check your posture. So the heels are in line, back foot slightly forward, the hips are slightly forward, ribs to the sides, arms extend, the knees aren't locked, you just have a little bit of a micro bend here. Pulling your hands, ribs come forward, stay high or come low. None of this, don't fold over, stay stacked. Maybe bring the hand all the way down onto the ankle. Open the wrist here and breathe. You can look up for a heart opener, and you can always look down for grounding. And it helps you balance as well. One last breath here. Bring the knee over the ankle, forearm on the quad, hand on your bun. Scooch the foot slightly forward, tuck the toes in, straighten out the spine, straighten that front leg, and then from here, press the hip forward. So the back foot's at about a 30-degree angle to the right. Hands on the hips. Or maybe you're gonna come down onto your quad, shin bone, ankle, earth. Or again, maybe you're gonna interlace. Or maybe this time you wanna try reverse prayer. So you just bring the hands behind the back, fingers pointing up, and come down like so. You can do this pose in your jeans, but it's a little bit harder. Just one last breath here. And gently walk the feet together. Hands on the hips, straight spine. Inhale all the way up and circle the hips. And gently switching direction. So we'll finish with one last pose. We'll do forward fold on the floor. So just gently coming back down. Bringing the legs forward, pressing the hips forward, flexing the feet. This might be your pose, or maybe you'll grab onto the quads. So a lot of people end up stretching their back instead of their hamstrings. So you don't want to round trying to come forward. You want to have your pelvic bowl come forward. So you press your hips up first. And some people, this is their stretch. They're just pressing their pelvic bowl up. Or maybe you have it already up and you have a micro bend on the knees and you're just going to grab your shin bones. If you have a tie or a strap, you can come here. Or you can come all the way down if that feels good. If you're pretty flexible, you can use a block, grabbing the block in front of the feet. Feels so great. We'll take 5 more deep breaths here. Remember to try to exhale until there's nothing left. And try to inhale till there's nothing left. On your next inhale, we'll come up. So when you come up, reach the hands forward. Inhale, coming up to the sky. Exhale, hands down. Couple windshield wipers, feet as wide as the mat. Dropping the knees side to side. In the opposite direction. Look in the opposite direction of the knees. Just one more on each side. And from here we'll finish crossing the legs or having one in front of the other. Pointer and thumb finger together. Again, get your posture going so your energy flows straight at the top of your head, pulling your head to the sky. Roll shoulders up, back and down. And set your intention for your day. What would you like to cultivate? May I be kind to every person I meet, especially those who really challenge me. So just think of something you would like to cultivate, closing the eyes. With that in mind, we'll Om. Deep breath. Inhale. Bringing the hands to the heart. Dropping chin to the chest. And thanking ourselves for taking the time to love and nurture our bodies. Namaste.